Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's Bars and Barbells. I'm Phil with my favorite host. No, it's my only host. Co-host named Samantha. You guys know her if you've been subscribed to the channel. We've been around for a few months now, doing a few reaction videos. Got a couple hundred on the
few reaction videos
now. And we've really enjoyed it, though. It's been great, right? Yeah, it's been a great experience, and eye-opening stuff has occurred on this channel for you guys watching us. Your eyes are open, like, holy crap, these guys are crazy. And eye-opening stuff for us, being like, holy crap, this stuff is crazy.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I've enjoyed that process for sure. But we're today introducing somebody that we haven't done. I know the name because she's a Canadian, and we have Canadian roots. We grew up in Canada.
Yeah.
We don't live there anymore, but we did grow up there. And that's Alanis Morissette. So, you know, I remember hearing her name quite often. But
she was really popular.
Yeah, but I don't remember hearing anything from her specifically. I could be wrong. Maybe I'll recognize this song, but I'm not expecting it to. You guys said we have to do this song, so it was a recommendation for us. But you were saying before we got on camera that you think that your dad was a fan of Alanis Morissette. Is that right?
Yeah, he liked Alanis Morissette. I think I know some of her like more popular songs just from him playing them or them being on the radio and stuff, but I don't really know them by names. Like I may have heard this, may not. I don't know. I don't recognize the title, but
this is apparently like her most popular song, I think. It could be wrong, because I think this one got nominated for a couple of Grammys, or she won a couple of Grammys.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, though, when we were talking about it before, that this is kind of when she transitioned more from, like, pop to rock. So this might have been a little bit earlier, like, before I was, like, hearing her, listening to her. Like, right. I think I might have heard more of her later career.
Well, this came out in, like, 1995, I think, right?
Yeah, so I feel like
You were a little toddler.
Exactly. So that's what I'm thinking, like, maybe a little bit of her later stuff, when she was gotten into rock a little bit more, might be more of what I recognize.
Okay.
But I'm not sure.
All right, well, I think she was pretty young in this video as well, as far as I remember. I think she might have been like 20 or something like that.
Okay.
So that's interesting because it would have been the start to her career. Anyways, like I said, know the name. We've got another Morissette on the channel that we've done, but it hasn't been Alanis Morissette.
Yeah.
But she's been great. So maybe we'll have another Morissette that kills it. I'm interested to see you know, what the hype is about with her, because like I said, being from Canada, I remember hearing the name a lot, and she was one of like Canada's proud artists, you know what I mean? Like Canadians were proud of her type thing. So I'm interested to check it out and see kind of what some of our heritage represents here with the Canadian phenom of Alanis Morissette. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
I want you to know that I'm happy for you. I wish nothing but the best for you both. I know the version of me. Is she perverted like me? Would she go down on you in a theater? Does she speak eloquently? And would she have your baby? I'm sure she'd make a really excellent mother. 'Cause the love that you gave that we made wasn't able to make it enough for you to be open wide. No. And every time you speak her name, does she know how you told me to hold the world till you died? Till you died, but you're still alive. And I'm here to remind you of the mess you left when you went away. It's not fair to deny me of the cross I bear that you gave to me. You ought to know. You seem very.
All right, it's an earlier pause for us than normal. We usually let it run a bit, but so I do recognize, like, I guess some of her vocal, like in the chorus area there. I don't know if it's like been played like in commercials or movies or something, which has happened a few times for some of the songs that we've done. Don't recognize the verse at all. Like, I don't remember hearing that ever, but I do remember like a little bit of that chorus. There. Which, if this is one of her more popular songs, I guess that's probably why.
Yeah.
But, very interesting too, because like her vocal on the verse there, when she's singing, is kind of like awkward sounding, but sounds good at the same time.
Yeah, but she's
you know?
a lot of pauses too.
Yeah, like the rhythm that she's carrying and the way she's delivering the vocal, it's really clear, great clarity. And then she like kind of like, you know, lulls you in a bit with the story that she's telling and the, you know, the lyrics that she's using of the pain that she's getting across and the frustration. And
I feel like she has like a more raw voice as well too, which I really like.
Yeah, very rocky, raw female vocal for sure. And but then she like lulls you in, and then she hits you with this super powerful chorus, right, where it just explodes, and you're like fireworks are going off in that chorus. Literally, you know, from the message that she's talking about too, from the passion aspect. So super talented. Clearly, obviously, you don't need me to say that, but you know, clearly, I can see why she did resonate so well with this song.
Won some Grammys.
Yeah, and but you know, just like you said, like that raw, rock, powerful female vocal, which would have stood out.
Her vocal for sure.
And do you like the song? Do you know the song? What's the deal here?
Similar to you, I recognize the chorus a little bit. Like I wouldn't say I know it word for word, but it's more of the sound of it that I recognize. But I never heard the verse, and I don't think I've ever heard the full song. So it must have either just been from like, you know, when you're half tuned in and it's on the radio, or like somebody playing it or in a movie or whatever.
Yeah,
but,
totally. Yeah. All right, well, let's run it back. We'll let probably the rest of the song play out now, unless she does something crazy, and we got to stop it.
You seem very well. Things look peaceful. I'm not quite as well. I thought you should know. Did you forget about me, Mr. Duplicity? I hate to bug you in the middle of dinner. There was a slap in the face. How quickly I was replaced. And are you thinking of me when you fuck her? 'Cause the love that you gave every night was a name of a man. Got enough for you to be open wide. No. And every time you speak her name, does she know how you told me you'd hold me until you died? Till you died, but you're still alive. And I'm here to remind you of the mess you left when you went away. It's not fair to deny me of the cross I bear that you gave to me. You ought to know. Cause I joke that you laid in the bed that was made, and I'm not gonna fade as soon as you close your eyes. And you know it. Every time I scratch my nails down someone else's back, I hope you feel it. Well, can you feel it? Well, I'm here to remind you of the mess you left when you went away. It's not fair to deny me of the cross I bear that you gave to me. You ought to know I'm here to remind you of the mess you left when you went away. It's not fair to deny me of the cross I bear that you gave to me. You ought to know.
Sheesh. She's a ball of energy.
Yeah, she's got a really great vocal, and like you said, a ball of energy. Obviously, a lot of attitude coming through on this one. You know, like
But I feel like it like suits the song so well.
yeah, no, it's on purpose, right? It's like I mean, in a positive way. Like that's what the song's representing, right? Like the no F's given type deal.
Yeah.
It's cool too because now that we've listened to some of the 90s grunge stuff, I get that vibe a little bit from the female perspective, so you know, from the
Yeah, a
female
little
side of
bit,
things.
yeah.
Not the same sound, but like the same aura about it. And it's when I've said in the previous videos that we've done, I can't remember which one that we did. What we've done Nirvana and Pearl Jam and Soundgarden and that. So I can't remember which one specifically I said it in, but I said that it gives me this like nostalgic feeling, and I got that same idea from this. Like it just makes me feel like time's kind of stopping for a minute.
Back in the 90s.
Yeah, it's not really though. Like. Not because of anything particular in what she said or me remembering this in any way. It just gives me this feeling of like weird. I can't explain it. It's just like this weird aspect of time shifting, and this is gonna sound super kooky, I'm sure, but that's like the nostalgic aspect that type of music gives me for some reason. And I don't know, maybe it's like I said, just because I heard it growing up on the off chance, and maybe that's what's happening there. But
maybe
back to Alanis Morissette. It's just crazy how much energy that whole chorus holds. It's just like nonstop pulse energy coming through, and I could feel why this was such like a rocky hit record that would come on, and you could listen to it like anytime you wanted to. You're in the car or whatever, right? And it would resonate.
Probably a pretty popular breakup song.
Yeah, for sure. And I think like it's unique in that way, because I don't feel like there was many female artists making songs like this that were so out there with that attitude of like screw this dude. and so it probably was unique, original, and made her stand out and make that breakthrough. I don't know if this was, like I said, her first breakthrough song, but I feel like because of that attitude that it held, it might have catapulted her to be like, who's this girl?
Yeah, for
sure. Who's this woman?
Her stand out a lot. Yeah, for sure. Honestly, like I would say my favorite part of it was her vocal. Like I really liked the sound of her vocal. Like I said, that kind of like raw, gritty delivery, using the pauses in there and like showing her passion and her emotion through the delivery of it as well. I thought she did a great job.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's cool. Nice job, Alanis. I don't know where you're at now. You guys can let us know.
I was gonna say she's so young looking in this compared to like the visual I had of her in my head.
Yeah. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed our reaction to Alanis Morissette. You ought to know that was our first introduction to Alanis Morissette on the channel. If you enjoyed it, or if you enjoyed it, hit the like button. If you have any other recommendations, hit the comments and let us know. And if you enjoy or we missed anything in this particular song, let us know as well, because the comments is where we get all that information from to make this channel great. And it's great because you guys keep supporting us, so we appreciate that. That's it from us today, though. We'll be back tomorrow.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.